record button to show up. Awesome. All right, welcome to your Thursday morning yoga practice. Today we're just going to take it nice and slow and really focus on the areas where we're experiencing some tension. Some of the hot spots, we'll do shoulders and hips a lot today. We'll get into the hamstrings a bit and just really try to let everything soften and relax. So when you're ready, let's just start by sitting up tall in our chair. Go ahead and root your tailbone down into the seat of the chair and grow the top of the head up towards the ceiling. Think about having the chin neutral, so not up or down, just parallel to the ground. Straightening out the back of the neck as best you can. And then just letting the shoulders drop. Don't worry about pressing them down. Just let them fall. Sometimes we hold them up if we're experiencing stress or if we're nervous. So just let them fall. Even if it's not even a visible change, it can just feel much, much better. And then just start to find a comfortable position for your hands. Maybe palms up to help with opening through the chest and relaxing the shoulders. Maybe you rest your hands down by your sides to just weigh the shoulders down that little bit more. Or maybe just to help you stay in this moment, you keep the palms connected to the knees or the thighs, or even to each other. Start to soften the muscles in the chest so that you can feel your chest and your shoulders rise as you inhale and relax as you exhale. And then the same with your stomach. Relax the muscles in your stomach. Notice if you're tightening or squeezing even just a tiny bit and allow it to release and let go. Great. Let the fingers and the hands just be really heavy. If you are resting palms down, try not to grip the knees. Just let everything become soft here. Find a comfortable spot for the legs. Maybe just allowing the feet to touch the floor or rest straight down towards the floor. Whatever feels best to you. And we'll just take a few deep breaths here. So when you're ready, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. And just take a moment, release control of the breath, and just allow yourself to observe the effects of the breath, those few deep breaths. Feel the nervous system start to calm, and the muscles start to soften. Relax the jaw, the expression, maybe the eyelids start to slowly close. And just scan through the body and notice how you're feeling today. Notice if you're experiencing any tightness or stiffness. Notice the muscles in the shoulders and the chest, the hips, the jaw. Allow for a space between the back teeth. And just notice the areas that you really want to focus on today throughout your practice. Any area that's experiencing discomfort or pain, just imagine sending your breath there, giving those areas a little extra love. And then closing the eyes if you haven't already. Just allow yourself to drop into the moment before we start. Letting go of the morning, letting go of yesterday, last week, last month, this whole past year. Letting go of to-do lists, expectations for the rest of the day or the rest of the week. Just allowing yourself to drop down into this moment. Just experiencing the moment completely, letting go of all other moments. Knowing that this one is the one that matters right now. We'll be here fully and make it count. Noticing the points of contact between the chair and the body, the hips, the spine, the knees. Noticing the temperature of the room, sounds from inside the room or the rooms around you, sounds from the outside. Notice anything you can smell or taste. Every single thing that makes up this moment that you're in now, just observe it and accept it. Not holding on to it, labeling it good or bad. Just observing and moving through it. We'll get started with our neck roll warm-up. Once you're ready, we'll inhale, grow the spine up tall. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Let the head be heavy, shoulders are still. Inhale, ear over shoulder. Exhale, down through center. Inhale, up to the other side. Exhale, down through center. Inhale up. Exhale down. Creating space around the neck and the shoulders. We'll spend a little extra time here today. So observe as you start. Maybe it feels a little easier today. Maybe you're experiencing a little extra tightness. Notice the areas that you need to back off from for now, and the areas that maybe need a little extra attention. Remember, you can always hold and stay still in your neck rolls at any time. Do a few full circles if that feels good to you. Just following the breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Gently rocking side to side. Easing yourself into your practice with this exercise. Letting each movement get slower and slower as the breath starts to deepen. You can just imagine the tension starting to evaporate from the shoulders and the neck. Starting already to create a little extra space inside the body. Inhale up, exhale down. We'll take a few more moments like this. So just enjoy these last few breaths in your neck rolls before we move on to the next few stretches. Keeping the expression in the shoulders soft as you move through. Hands are relaxed. Take your time, work your way to chin to chest, hold here. Check in that the spine isn't rounding down, shoulders are still over the hips, head is heavy. Maybe add the hand to the back of the head. Hold it here. Breathe. Next inhale, we'll lift the gaze forward. Exhale, drop the hands down to your sides. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great, couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Last one, we'll do a complete round. Just go ahead and make this the slowest one yet. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Holding the hands at the heart, we'll come into a chair twist. So inhale tall. Exhale, left elbow towards the right knee. It's okay if they don't touch. You're just moving it in that direction. Gaze goes over the right shoulder, twisting through the spine. Trying to keep both sit bones down on the chair here. Hold and breathe. With each inhale, you're growing the spine a little longer. With each exhale, you're twisting a little deeper. Getting all the toxins out of the spine. Breathing here. One more big breath in. Exhale, unwind back to center. Inhale tall. Exhale, right elbow towards the left knee. Again, it's okay if they don't touch. Gaze goes up over the left shoulder. Releasing tension through the spine and the shoulders here. Maybe even feeling it a little bit in the hips, depending on where you're tight. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. One more inhale. Exhale, back to center. Great. One more time each side. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Nice and gentle, moving with ease. Hold and breathe. Maybe closing the eyes. Maybe picking a spot to look at over your shoulder. One more inhale here. Exhale, center. Inhale, tall. Exhale, other side, last time. Really feeling a nice release through the shoulders here. You can even, if your elbow is touching the knee, you can even use that top hand to push the elbow into the knee a little bit to just create that little extra space between the shoulders, only if that's comfortable for you. If it hurts, definitely don't do it. One more inhale. Exhale, center. Great. We'll do one more sun breath. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Continuing to get into the backs of the shoulders. Well, we're just going to kind of hug the front of the body. So you're going to have your right hand on your left shoulder, left hand on your right shoulder. If that's too much, you can reach for your opposite elbows instead. Otherwise, just one hand on each shoulder so the elbows are crossed in front of the chest. And then inhale, we'll lift the elbows and just sit nice and tall, holding here for just a second. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Great. Let's come into our forward fold. So when you're ready, hands on the knees. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, melt over the legs. Just going as far as you like. You can always stay on the elbows or you can reach for the ground. Even if you can't touch the ground, you can still reach. That's a great way to stretch through the backs of the shoulders. You can hold on to the ankles or the legs, whatever feels best. Wherever you are, just breathe and know that you don't have to commit to any certain position. If you start all the way down and you find you want to come back up a little bit to your knees later, you can do that. So just breathe. Hold and relax. Let the shoulders round forward. Just keep everything soft. Notice where you need more space, more mobility inside. And then just adjust the stretch so that that's where you're feeling it. So if you're really tight in the backs of the shoulders, you might try kind of rounding forward, almost as if you were in like a cat from our cat and cow round. So maybe you round like you're in cat pose. If you're feeling really tight in the backs of the shoulders, maybe the hips are more tight and it might feel good to kind of wiggle around side to side a little bit. Maybe just looking the neck over one shoulder. and then the other. So just getting what you need today from your practice. Just go within, take inventory. How are you feeling? What needs to adjust? And then just honor that. We'll take a few more breaths here, adjusting as you need to. And just continue to deepen the breath. Using the breath to just soften yourself into the pose. One more inhale. Exhale will start to come up, nice and slowly. Great. We'll go ahead and just circle the shoulders and just kind of counter that pose. So maybe tilting the head side to side, whatever feels good after being forward for a little while. Maybe you just sit still for a minute and let the blood rush back down where it goes. We're going to do one more forward fold with an arm position. So this might feel really good if you're tight through the chest and the fronts of the shoulders. It might be intense, so try it. And if it doesn't work for you, just do a forward fold. So two options. You can reach behind your back for opposite elbows, or you can just reach and clasp your hands together. Hold on to your wrist, just kind of holding your hands together in one way or another behind your back. We're going to fold forward from here. So when you're ready, inhale, lift the heart up. And then exhale, folding forward, keeping the hands behind you. So if they don't touch, one thing you could do too is just even lift the hands up unattached. So whatever feels best to you. You can relax down here. Just trying to press the hands away from the low back as best you can. So it's okay if they're not super high, just as long as you're feeling good stretch in the arms and the shoulders. Again, if it's too intense, just drop the arms and do another forward fold. So just a couple breaths here. Getting into the shoulders and the chest. Feels really nice. One more inhale. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rise up. Great. Again, just do a counter pose to release that. Awesome. All right, half pigeon. So right leg first, you can cross the ankle. So cross the ankle onto the knee. So just using this to warm up the hips before we move on to our other hip stretches. So tip the hips forward, make sure they're not back with your leg coming up. And then when you're ready, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, melt forward over that leg. Great. And just as you need to, just go as far as you like. And this one, I think most of us tend to support ourselves on our elbows, which is totally fine. That's an option. Just make sure you're not sinking down. You don't want to create tension in the body as you're trying to release tension from other areas of the body. So try to keep everything soft as you go through. If you find you're holding your breath or you're having a really hard time letting go of tension, that might mean you're pushing yourself a little bit too hard. So you can rise up, and if you find that it's easier to breathe that way, or it's easier to soften the shoulders, then that might be more where you want to be for this practice. But wherever you are, just relax, maybe drop the head, stretch the shoulders, whatever feels best. Couple more breaths here. Notice where the mind goes as things start to quiet down. Use your breath as an anchor. Bring yourself into the moment. Deep breath here. Big inhale. Big exhale. That is one great way to just bring yourself back. If you find your mind wandering, which it will do from time to time, especially during your yoga practice, when things start to get quiet and we're just sitting still in one position for a while, bring yourself back by just taking a really deep breath. Just inhale, expand the stomach. Exhale, drop back into your body. Let everything else go. Couple more breaths here. Just hold. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, start to rise up. Great. We'll come into eagle pose next to continue getting into the hips and shoulders. So you can cross that right leg all the way over so your knees are stacked, or you can just cross the ankles. You can double wrap if you want to, tucking that right toe underneath the left ankle. If that's in your practice, if it's not, just cross is fine. And then you can go right into your eagle arms, or I'll break it down for you in case you're unsure. So we'll start with the arms open. The right elbow will go underneath this time. So cross the elbows, palms face the floor. Bend, palms face away from each other. You can touch the backs of your hands together. You can touch your fingertips to your palm by wrapping, or bring your hands all the way together. And then when you get there, we're going to lift the elbows towards the chin. Hold it here. Try not to move the head around too much. Try to keep the gaze just forward. Just like when we started practice, back of the neck is straight, chin parallel to the ground. Just by holding here, I'm feeling a big release of tension from the shoulders. So a few deep breaths, really expand the shoulders as you breathe in. Breathe out. Whatever variation of arms you're in, you're gonna get the best stretch by just actively pressing your elbows together. So if you're in, more of a relaxed type of position, just try to actively press the elbows towards each other. Even if they don't actually touch, just send them in that direction. And that will just help you to still get the full benefit from the stretch. All right, you can stay here, or we'll come into humble eagle. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, elbows towards the knees. Couple breaths. And round the shoulders forward here. Feels really nice. One more big inhale. Exhale, we'll come up. And you can go all the way back if you want to, lifting the elbows, lifting the heart towards the ceiling. One more breath in. Exhale, unwind. Great. Just relax the shoulders and the neck and the hips, and then we'll go to the other side. So you can, starting with half pigeon, you can cross the ankles or put the ankle on the knee. The left leg is on top now. So sitting up tall. Take your time getting here. You're going to inhale, grow tall. Exhale, melt forward. Hold and breathe. Maybe feeling some differences. Maybe not. Just keep an open mind. Try not to attach to the outcome too much. Just be in the moment that's happening now. Be where you are. Breathing. And again, just notice the thoughts that come into the mind as things start to get quiet. We're going to hold here for a little bit. And once you notice that your mind is starting to get crowded again, just go ahead and take that deep breath. Let yourself melt back down into your body. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Good. Do that as many times as you need to keep yourself present. We have a few more breaths here, just holding. You can try going down deeper, coming up for a rest if you need to. Hold and breathe. Keeping the shoulders soft. Remember, if you're having a hard time keeping the body soft or keeping in touch with your breath, that might mean you're stretching a little too extreme, so you can come up out of it if you're having trouble there. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, start to rise up. Great. Eagle pose, so crossing that left leg all the way over. Double wrap if you want to, or unwrap and just cross the ankles at the bottom. Eagle arms, left elbow underneath. I'll break it down just in case you need it. Otherwise, you can get right to it. Cross the elbows, left elbow on bottom, palms face the floor. Bend the elbows, palms face away from each other. Touch the backs of your hands together, or wrap. Just try to actively If your elbows are not touching, actively push them towards each other. And then lift the elbows to about chin height if you can, or at least towards your chin. Flatten out the back of the neck. Keep the gaze forward. Maybe even find something nice to look at that's exactly at your eye level to keep you in the right posture. Hold it here. Great. One more inhale. Exhale, stay or humble eagle coming forward. Great. Rounding through the shoulders, maybe it would feel good. Feels good to me today, having some tightness in the shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, coming up and all the way back if you want to, opening the heart towards the ceiling, lifting the elbows. Nice. One more big inhale. Exhale, unwind. Great. That was good. That felt so good. All right, just shake it out. Take a second. And then we'll go ahead and drop the hands down to the sides. Let's inhale, sweep the hands up overhead. Taking hold of the left wrist with the right hand, exhale over to the right. So it's like you're gently just pulling your arm up and over, stretching through the side of your body. So watch the arms, watch the shoulders here. Try not to cave forward. You want to try to face the heart towards the ceiling as much as possible. Creating space around the ribs. We'll inhale, center. Switch hands, exhale, other side. Gently pulling the right arm up and over. Maybe you can bring your gaze towards the ceiling if that's comfortable for your neck. That will help you to stay open in the shoulders. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Breathe. Great. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Hold it here. Inhale, center. Exhale, we'll bring the hands to the heart. Great. Release the hands and just relax for a second. Good, good, good. All right, let's do camel pose next. So we're gonna stretch through the front of the chest and the spine. So I'll turn so you can see. If you know how to do camel pose, you don't have to wait for me, just go right into it. But just in case you don't, these are your options. Hands on the low back, and then squeezing the shoulders and the elbows together, kind of lifting the heart up. And you can tip the head back if you want to. I usually don't, but most people do, so it's totally up to you. You can do it just like this, or you can place the hands down on the seat of the chair and use the hands to push the heart up towards the ceiling here. So 2 options. Do what feels best. Maybe alternate. Hold and breathe, and just expand the chest as you inhale. Get that nice stretch. Exhale. Release. Good. Couple more breaths. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Release down. Great. All right. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Once again, we'll go ahead and stand from here. And so when you're ready, inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, hands to the hearts. Just take a moment here, standing in your mountain pose, feeling your feet on the floor, pressing your hands into one another, letting yourself feel a sense of balance. And just scan through the body. Notice how you're doing at this point in your practice. Revisit the areas that have been feeling tight and see if they're starting to relax a little bit, or if maybe you want to focus on softening a little bit more throughout the rest of your practice. Just notice. Don't judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself here. That's not what we're here for. We're here to just let ourselves benefit. We're here for positivity and relaxation. So whatever your observations, just keep it light. One more inhale. Exhale, release the hands. All right, we're going to do a few more nice slow stretches. We're going to start getting into the hamstrings next. So we'll just start with a standing forward fold, nice and simply. So you can face the seat of the chair if you like to use the chair for your forward folds. It's a good idea to have it in front of you just in case for balance, even if you don't usually use it. So just standing in front of the chair, we'll inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. So same as always, you can stay up on your hands, come down to your elbows. If you need a deeper stretch, you can hold on to the legs, reach for the floor. And you are welcome to reach for the floor even if you can't actually touch it. That's totally fine. That's a great way to stretch out. So pick a position that feels good to you. And then just hold it. If you're really, really tight in your hamstrings, you might want to do a small bend in your knees. That's fine. And then maybe just work your way to having straight legs. We're going to be here for a little bit. So feel free to add in some movements. Maybe swaying the hips side to side feels good. Maybe keeping both heels on the floor. Maybe you bend one knee at a time. That feels really nice up into the hips. Maybe lifting one heel at a time, stretching through the toes. Always a good idea. We don't always think to stretch out our toes as much as the rest of our body, but they do a lot of work for us. So if it's comfortable for you, now is a good time to just pay a little attention there. Great. Couple more breaths here. Any low back problems, always just keep a flat back. So holding onto the knees, you would just flatten out your back here. Otherwise, you can round down. Great. Now you can stay in your forward fold here, or if you're not there already, we'll try ragdoll. So just holding onto opposite elbows like we did at the start of class, and then just letting the weight from the elbows just kind of pull you gently a little bit down deeper. So if you need to bend your knees more, you can, if that's more comfortable. If you would rather keep your hands on the chair, that is totally fine too. You can just hold there. Otherwise, we're reaching for opposite elbows and then maybe just swing the body side to side. If you get dizzy easily, probably don't do that part. Great. Okay, releasing the hands. We'll take one more inhale. Bend the knees to slowly exhale, standing up. Bring the hands up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the hearts. Great. Take a moment here. Again, just kind of let the fluid flow back down. We're going to forward fold again. So let's just take a minute. Breathe. Press the hands into one another. Okay, so take your time. If you need a little extra time to just stand here, take it. Otherwise, you're coming into our next forward fold with the ankles crossed. So this can feel a little bit different than a regular forward fold, so get into it slowly, just in case it feels different than you were expecting. So we'll do right ankle in front. So we're just crossing. Both feet are still on the ground. And then when you're ready, we'll fold forward. So inhale, sweep the hands up. And exhale, fold. Great. And then if you need to come up at any point, just uncross the ankles first and then come up from there. So again, you can reach for the floor here. You can stay up on your elbows, whatever feels best. Good. And the stretch is a little different. It kind of gets up into the hips a little bit more, which is nice. That can be a hot spot for tension and stress. So it can feel good to really just give the hips some time to relax and make space for the tightness and tension to get out. And again, maybe you add in some movement, maybe looking the head side to side, whatever your body needs, maybe swaying the hips. Maybe just holding still. Great. Okay, when you're ready, just uncross slowly. So the feet are one next to the other. We'll stand, bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. All right, same thing with the left ankle in front. So just cross the feet, both feet on the floor. If you need to take a few more seconds to just be up on your feet, that is totally fine. And then when you're ready, you'll meet us in our forward fold here. Inhale, hand sweep up. Exhale, fold. Good, just go down as low as you like. One side might be different than the other, as you know. So keep your mind open. Don't make any assumptions here. Just let everything happen as if it's happening for the first time. And breathe. We'll hold here for a little while like we did on the other side. So once you find those thoughts starting to crowd in, just revisit that nice deep inhale. Exhale, drop back into the moment. Trying as best you can to keep everything else soft in your forward fold. Great, couple more breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, uncross the ankles. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. All right, continuing with our hamstring stretches, we are going to do some lunges to kind of get into the lower leg. So I'm just going to turn to face the back of the chair so you can use this part to hold on to if you need for balance. So we're going to do arms in the sequence too, but if you don't want to do the arms and you just want to hold on to the chair, that is an option. So we'll start just facing the chair. And then we'll go ahead and keep the toes parallel. So as we go through this, they're going to continue to face towards the chair, the toes. So we'll step the left foot to the back first. Great. And then just step the right foot forward. Kind of wide, so your feet are not one in front of the other, but a little bit next to each other like this. So not here, here. And then from here, we're going to fold forward. So this is our pyramid stretch. So we'll inhale, come tall. Exhale, let's fold over. So you can just hold on to the back of the chair. If you have more room to go, you can always just reach for the shin. Just try not to press on the knee at all. Hold here for a second. Nice big stretch for the hamstrings. Couple breaths. Just observe the stretch. One more inhale. Exhale, rise up. And then we're going to come into our crescent lunge. So we'll just step the back foot out a little bit more. You don't have to. If that's too difficult, then you can just make your stance a little bit shorter. We're going to bend this front leg. And so the important part here is that the knee is right on top of the ankle, so the knee's not coming out forward or wobbling side to side. It's straight up and down. Great. And then the back heel is pressing down towards the ground, so you're getting into the calf muscle a little bit. So you can stay here with the hands on the chair, or we'll inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, cactus. Elbows come back, heart opens. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Holding onto the chair. Inhale, back leg comes up. Great. Take a second and let's just pedal through the feet. Lift one heel at a time, bending the knees. Great. All right, same thing, other side. So pyramid pose first. You're gonna step the right foot to the back. The feet are a little bit open and the toes are both pointing forward. When you're ready, inhale, tall. Exhale, folding forward. Good. The knees are straight as best as possible. Holding here. Good. Just holding onto the chair, whatever way works for you. Couple breaths. Remember to use your breath to bring yourself back as often as you need to. One more inhale. Exhale, start to rise up, switching into a lunge. So you can step the right foot back a little bit more if you want to. And then we're gonna bend that front knee, the left knee. So the knee is right on top of the ankle, straight up and down. Holding here, pressing the back heel down. And then when you're ready, you can add the arms only if you want to. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, up. Exhale, heart center. Great. Hands to the chair. Inhale, step in. And then just pedal through the feet. Great. Okay. We'll come around to work on our tree pose next. So you can stand behind the chair if that works better for you for your tree pose. I'm just gonna leave it here so you can see what I'm doing. So start in your mountain pose. We're gonna go really extra slowly. So spread your toes out, press them down into the ground. Look down at your toes, see if they're open slightly. Most of us stand with our toes slightly open, so just fix them so that they're forward, pointing straight ahead. Maybe add a little bend in your knees if that's comfortable. And then take a moment to just soften the muscles in the chest and stomach. Breathe. Let yourself be present. Great. And then find your focal point. So something eye level. Try not to look forward or up. Just straight ahead. Down or up, I meant. Just looking straight forward. Breathing. And then slowly, when you're ready, start to work your way up, and you can use the chair to help you. Try not to, again, be too attached to the outcome. Just see how it goes today. Keep an open mind. Don't make assumptions. You can keep both feet on the floor and just turn the toes out. You can come up onto the toe of the left foot, or you can bring it up to your ankle, your shin, or your thigh. Make sure the foot is not pressing up against the knee. Keep the hands on the chair. Do one hand on the chair. Try to test your balance, whatever works best for you. Use your focal points if that's something that helps you. Straighten out the back of the neck. Pick any hand position you like. Hands to the heart. Maybe try opening the heart. Maybe grow your branches up. Maybe add some movements. Whatever you feel up to today. Breathing. If you fall, try not to spring right back up. Go back to your mountain pose. Take your time. You have time, so just go ahead and slowly start to work your way back up. Find your focal point again. Let everything soften, and then try again. Great. Okay, so if you're, if you just caught a good balance, you want to see how long you can stay, or if you just started, if you fell, you're trying again, take your time. Do not rush. We're going to move on to the other side, but don't feel like you have to keep up. Just get there when you get there. So When you're ready, you'll switch. So same exact process to go up on the other side. Find your alignment, your focal point. Make sure everything is soft. Bend the knees if that helps. And then slowly start to work your way up. Maybe you stick with the same hand position. Maybe you switch it up. Breathe here. And just play around with it. Again, if you fall, find your mountain pose again. Slowly work your way up. Use your focal point if that's something that helps you. Play around with the arms, maybe adding some movement. Couple more breaths here. Great. Nice and strong in your tree pose. Knowing it's okay to fall. That's part of it. One more inhale if you're here with us. Exhale, lower it down. Otherwise, you can just feel free to take your time. Keep trying for as long as you like. We're just going to slowly start to work our way back down into the chair next. All right, take your time, get comfortable. I'll adjust my camera again. All right, we're gonna wrap up the physical part of the practice before our meditation with some seated cat-cow, just to really take the opportunity to get into the hips and shoulders just a little bit extra. So any tension that you're having left over after your practice, just use this opportunity to let it go. So holding on to the knees, inhale, arch, open the heart, maybe lift the chin. Exhale, rounds, tuck the chin, and just go back and forth at your own speed. Match your breath. The inhale brings you forward. The exhale brings you back. Match your breath. If there's a spot that feels really, really nice and you just want to hold and take a couple of breaths, maybe coming forward or back, feel free. Customize your practice to fit what you're in need of. Great. Slowly and gently, just starting to quiet things down. Using that deep breath to bring you back as many times as you need. Then switching into circles with the spine. So just inhaling as you come across the front, exhaling as you come across the back. Letting the breath carry you. Again, if somewhere feels nice and you want to just hold still and breathe there, go for it. Whatever you need. Nice and slow and gentle. And then reverse direction when you get to a point where that would feel natural. Great. Feels really nice on the hips too. Good. And then inhale tall. Exhale, melt the shoulders, melt the hands. Inhale tall again. Exhale, ear over shoulder, hold it there. Add the hand if you want to. Couple breaths. Releasing the shoulders and the neck. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Hold it. Add the hand if you like. Breathing. Softening. Preparing for your meditation. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to chest. Hold it here. Add the hand if you like. Using that deep breath as many times as you need. Inhale, center. Exhale, we're just going to bring the chin looking over to the right. Hold it here. Maybe start to soften the eyes closed. One more inhale. Exhale, sweep it to the other side, looking over the left shoulder. Holding. One more inhale. Exhale, back to center. Great. If you're still having any tightness in the body before your meditation, feel free to just take a little bit of extra movement if you want to do an arm stretch or some shoulder rolls, whatever you think would feel good to wrap up your practice. And then just go ahead and let yourself melt into the chair. Maybe take one nice big inhale and then exhale, just soften, relax. Let the chair just completely support you here. And so just allow yourself to sit in a way that's not like you're holding a position, but the chair is holding you there. So you can just let everything be limp. So relax the feet, relax the hands. We'll come into a body scan in a couple seconds. So just start to let everything start to calm. You can close your eyes if you haven't already. And just go ahead and take one big breath in. Inhale. Exhale, release. Again, inhale. Exhale, aiming to make the exhale longer than the inhale. Breathe out. Once more, just like this. Inhale. Exhale, release. Just signaling to the brain it's okay to relax here. So just scanning through the body before we start our meditation. As each part of the body is named, just notice if there's any, even just a tiny little muscle, just kind of tightening a little bit. Just look for all of those little pieces of tension, pieces of effort, and just allow it to release before we start our meditation. Starting with the toes and the feet, letting the feet be heavy. The lower legs, notice if the muscles are tightening, allow them to soften. Relaxing the knees and the hips. The hips just melt down onto the chair. So heavy, no effort. Softening the stomach, allowing for movement with each breath. Relaxing the back, the spine, all the way up, all around the ribs and the chest, the backs of the shoulders. Shoulders are soft. The arms drape down into the lap, the hands rest heavy, fingers are limp. The jaw is soft, allowing for a space between the back teeth. The eyelids and eyebrows are soft. Just allow every part of you to relax and be filled with peace. For our meditation today, we'll be doing a guided visualization. So you're going to paint a picture in your mind that is all yours, just filling in the blanks as we go. So we'll just start by imagining ourselves sitting in a comfortable, warm chair, wrapped in a soft, cozy blanket, sitting by a window, watching the snowflakes fall from the sky and start to cover the ground so softly and quietly. Imagine that maybe you're holding a mug of warm coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. Maybe you're sitting by a fireplace. Just start to paint a picture. This can be somewhere you've been before, or somewhere you like to go, or somewhere you've just invented for this meditation. Just notice what you hear: the crackling of a fireplace, the sound of your breath, the voices from the other rooms, maybe the wind outside. Notice what you feel: the texture of the blanket on the skin, the warm mug in your hands, the steam floating up to your face, the warm liquid warming you from the inside out. Notice everything you see: the sun and the snow outside, the colors and textures of the blanket and the chair you're in. And just continue to fill in the blanks here, just painting a picture where you feel completely safe and comfortable. We'll take 1 minute to rest quietly with this thought in our minds, and I'll bring you back into the room when it's time. Slowly start to invite some movement into the fingers and toes, and just let it spread throughout the body in whatever way feels natural. Just waking yourself back up. Taking your time, come to a tall seated position. We'll drop the hands to the sides. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.